Alright, let's start it up. We are back with more Deceive Inc. This just dropped, actually you can see on screen 11 minutes ago, the Season 2 preview. So I did give this a quick read through once already, so this isn't going to be like a live reaction or anything, just updating you guys on what it says. So our first look, peek into Season 2, very first thing to mention is they are not talking about agent or gadget changes or balance in this. So that's going to come later. I will probably do another video solely on that for patch notes again. This is just a what they're planning type thing. So major additions. We are getting a new agent. They don't say anything about them besides it's a unique weapon type, which is going to be cool, and a relentless playstyle, opportunities for ambushes and zoning. So relentless playstyle means it's probably a tracker. The other trackers right now are Ace and Cavaliers, so plus ambushes. I mean, Cavaliers expertise 2 allows for ambushes. I'm going to say it's a tracker. Don't know anything more than that, obviously. A unique weapon type, so not a gun, and I guess it's not a crossbow or a slingshot. A blowdart would be cool. I can't think of anything else right now. Boomerang, maybe? I'm not sure. Be interesting. I'm excited for unique weapon types. I think that's really cool. Be cool if their name was redacted. Nah, I guess they already have. Anyway, yeah. So that's coming in Season 2. See the plays you pull with them on the field, but you'll have to wait a bit more. Yeah, so, well, that'll probably come with the agent balance patches. New catalog. So there's going to be Season 2 catalog with 50 progression levels and completion rewards. Keep the theme under wraps, but wild new styles. Alright, that's good. I mean, that's expected. New season catalog. So those are the only major additions. On to general changes. They're changing heat. Heat's evolving from the feedback, that's good. So, here we go. Downing a civilian staff or technician gives a full heat level now. In Season 2, not right now. That's pretty good, because again, I think their goal is to slow the game down a bit, as well as make guessing wrong. Yeah, they actually say down here, wrongly guessing carry consequences. Let's finish this and then we'll talk about it. So, yeah, that now is a full heat level. VIP is now 3 full heat levels. Guards specifically remain at half a heat level. I'm assuming, it doesn't call it out, but I'm assuming this is guards and elite guards. Be good to get some clarity on that. Also, I should say, since this just came out, like, again, 10 minutes ago while I'm reading through this, if they did change it before this video comes out, because the video won't come out until tomorrow, I will pin a comment with any changes. So feel free to look down for a pinned comment. The idea, we want to give value back to going back to lower level cover and not encourage staying as a guard the entire match. That's good. Wrongly guessing will now carry bigger immediate consequences. That's definitely true. It doesn't change the fact that I know everyone stays as guard for the entire match, but staff is actually the safest one due to the fact that everyone stays as guard the entire match. Staying as a staff as long as possible right now is kind of really good, and that's not going to change. Although I guess most people just stick with the guard. So that's good. I don't know if this is actually going to change that. It is a little bit safer now to be a civilian staff technician, because if they guess you're one of those and they're wrong, they get a full heat level, which is kind of a lot. Is slightly concerning though, with their heat changes, they have the buffer where if you've shot someone recently and then you kill like a civilian, you don't get any heat. But the buffer isn't preemptive, right? So if someone pulls like a get down Mr. President, jumps in front of your scope, when you're trying to shoot someone, then you now have a full heat level. So kind of edge case probably, but yeah, if you spot someone and someone gets in your way and you have like a one-shot gun that's gonna do the 30 damage it takes to kill a civilian in one hit, then you're gonna have a problem. Because you've revealed yourself, gained a heat level, and you didn't damage the person you're trying to. Anyway, that's probably a super edge case. They're probably not very worried about that, and there's not much I think they can do about it anyway. What they say for the VIP, more meaning coming across them, and give them a place as a disguise option. I think they're doing okay with that. I still don't think people are gonna do it though, because there's so few VIPs. VIPs are like the only people who, I mean, Elite Guard's lesser, but you're like, okay, here's one VIP, and then a minute later you see a second VIP. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna shoot this one because there's only one VIP in most games. So interesting. I do like these changes. It's definitely going to slow down the game a bit and maybe make some other non-guard outfits safer, covers safer. A buffer timed event situation where you could hit multiple NPCs at the same time with a single shot, leading to a huge amount of heat generated. Hit multiple NPCs at the same time with a single shot. As far as I'm aware, you can't hit multiple. Oh no, never mind. Shotguns can. I was thinking like an ace, like a collateral. So yeah, no, a shotgun can, I guess. Alright, great. And the monitor, that's expected. Spawn economy rebalance. We're rebalancing resources spawning in a few key ways. Keycode spawns. Purple keycodes will no longer spawn outside of purple rooms. Prevent early game loots, so you no longer get the god loot in the first screen room you go into. Kind of disappointing. Will definitely slow down the game. Oh, here's nice. A small amount of keycodes can now spawn inside the vault. So previously, I don't think they ever did. I kind of remember I've seen one once, but I might be misremembering. But it's good to know that now they can. So if you missed out and it goes to phase 2, there's now still reason to go into the vault with low keycodes rather than like trying to find keycodes in the main phase 1 area. And the gold keycode is now inside the vault, which is good. I guess it's going to slow down phase 2 a little bit if someone can't just run through straight up to the vault or over to the vault. Although you can probably hear it, although I guess if there's other keycodes, it's not guaranteed to be the gold one. I'd like to see how this plays out. I think it'll be interesting. It'll slow down phase 2, which is probably the fastest phase right now, with people just rushing, grabbing this case. So very interesting. Ammo spawn changes. Reduced all ammo spawns in all maps. That's interesting. There was a lot of ammo. Was there too much ammo? I guess so. Reduced chance for ammo to spawn in public areas. So the ammo is going to be the same in like guard rooms and all the other rooms, but less in public. That probably doesn't matter too much. I feel like most ammo is, you know, you're going into those rooms anyway. So maybe that's just going to be an increased chance for, I guess, more intel. Reduction is not massive, so yeah, it's currently too easy to stay at full ammo without any specific efforts. That's true, but I don't think it's because there's a ton of ammo. I think it's because the spy pack gives a lot of ammo. Like after you kill someone, you pick up their spy pack and normally you're back to full ammo. Devalues ammo dispensers, sure. Well, we'll see how this goes. I don't think that's going to change too much. Food spawn in locations, a new final edition. Fixed food locations. You should find more snacks in kitchens, restaurants, and places where you would expect to find food. This should help players running nutritional supplements have a surefire. I wish they would capitalize that, because it's important to call out nutritional supplement is the field upgrade, not just like thing. So yeah, they're gonna have more fixed spawn locations. That's going to be interesting. Like, they have some already. Like, obviously, Silverleaf has a cafeteria, and at the other end, it's got that little eating area, along with, like, a kitchen. And Hard Cell has the buffet tables and the party room, I guess. That main hall that has a bunch of food. Maybe the other maps are missing some. I can't think of... There's, like, one kitchen on Diamond Spire I can think of. Purple chest streaks. Moving on. Don't want to take too long here. We introduced purple chest spawns in rooms without vault terminal. While this effect was beneficial to the game overall, side effect is that, oh, this is definitely true. Now purple power up was actually rarer than gold during the opening phase of the game. That was definitely true. Actually, just before this came out, I was trying to piece together my field upgrade video, and this was one of the things I was actually calling out in the video was, guess what? The purple is actually rarer than gold. Obviously not in phase 2. but you know, it's you're more likely to get a gold in phase 1 than you are a purple. So now there's going to be 2 purple chests in each non-vault terminal room. So rather than when you arrive second, you're still going to be able to get the purple chest, which is nice. I mean, if you arrive third, you're still screwed, but I can't give you too many chests in there. Yeah, no, I think that's a good change, giving the purple chest back. Also, they specifically called it out as a purple chest, so I guess the poll, if you're familiar with the poll I did, whether it was purple or pink, this is like dev clarification. It's actually purple. I wish they wrote pink. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna edit it to say pink, but it's too much work. Max account level increase. I know a couple people are looking for that. Not me. I still haven't hit 300 yet. I'm going slow, but now it's 400, and there's a new ink at 400. Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to pronounce that word because this is going to be the malachite. I don't know. Malachite? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry. But there's going to be a new ink for it. Updated XP values, up the values of XP sources all around, smoother progression with more rewards for different lootables and interaction with in-game options. So you're just going to get more XP for doing the same stuff, it sounds like. That's fine. That's not going to affect too much. Alright, we expect new tweaks to have the biggest impact on medium and high graphics settings. That's going to be great. Those of us with some older computers, some older hardware right now might be able to go up. Obviously, I'm not playing on low. It says if you were on low, you might be able to go to medium with similar results. That'd be real good. New graphic options and automatic hardware detection, so better choose starting options getting into the game, and more granular graphic settings. I think that's great. I think right now all they have is a preset, like they just have this preset, and it just sets you to high, medium, low. I think there's ultra. Now that they're exposing all of these values is much better and more like a AAA title I'm expecting, because obviously some things affect quality and more than other things. Yeah, more control, nice. Agent select menu rework. We heard about this for a while. They've even showed us a picture of it before. Showcase every single stat. Yeah, that's going to be great. Every single stat. Showcase is directly fetched from weapon stats, means live update. So this is great on the back end. Basically, whenever they do a patch, they don't have to patch the weapon and the catalog here. They only need to patch the one, and it reads it properly. So that's kind of a back-end thing that's nice for them, doesn't really affect us. But this looks really nice. The info there is a little odd, but other than that, I really like the look of this. The multipliers, I'm a little... If I had to make a complaint, it's the multipliers. I don't care what the multiplier is, I care what the number is, right? Like, I don't want to have to sit there and go, well, 12, 90% of 12 is like 10.8, so then my head and body shot's doing 11 damage. Or, you know, reverse, I gotta sit there and pull my calculator to figure out how much my headshots are doing. Like, just tell me it's the number and then tell me that's 90% or, you know, whatever it is. Like, I don't need to know the multiplier, I need to know how much damage I'm doing. So, there's my one complaint. Alright. So I was scouting the back of this picture here to see if they were leaking anything in the background, but I don't think so. That's just, I think, the standard Cavalier base, the yellow pants. I think we've seen that skin before, so I don't think it's anything. The ink menu reworked. They reworked this, and now it looks like this. That's much better. One thing I wish they would add, which they maybe didn't, but is the new inks. We haven't seen this ink before either, this gradient. I'm not going to go through and be like, do we know of this one? Do we know of this one? But they might be leaking a couple here in this picture. But I wish the new ones, the prismatic and obfuscated, I believe it's called, something like that, had like their own category of background colors, so they were sorted nicely out of the like general ones. But additional field upgrade deaths. We knew this was coming. They announced this in the dev Q&A. They've doubled the amount, so now you have 8, and now it looks like this. This view is definitely better. Yeah, no, this is good. They don't say anything about... So one thing, field upgrades don't stick to the agent, if that makes sense. So when you switch agents, like if you have a specific Larson field deck, when you switch agents, it doesn't switch off. Like when you switch to Larson, you have to switch your field deck to your Larson one, and then when you switch off Larson, you have to switch off your field upgrade. I wonder if they've weighed, like, well, I assume they have, but pros and cons on like sticking for agent specific ones. Would be nice maybe if you named it after the agent, you would always have that one. I don't know how you could do it, but sometimes you sit there and you have the wrong field deck because you didn't realize you had to switch it because last time you were playing, you know, Chavez, you used this one. Enhanced controller settings, not important for myself because I'm mouse and keyboard, but it is good they're exposing all these values to those of you who do use controllers. Look, there's aim assist on and off. And they want more feedback. Alright, melee shot delay. Some combinations with a charged melee is too strong, so they now have exposed to themselves a stat that allows them to change how long it takes after firing before you can melee. So I don't want to know how much back-end work went into that, but yeah, making that an easy to change value is probably good for them. Did they actually say they changed it? Yeah, okay, so the higher damage slow fire rate weapons will have slightly longer delays before... What? Hang on, wait, what's it say? We have the stat that... Okay, so they expose the stat before firing after melee on a per weapon basis. Okay, so they've changed it, so instead of being the same for all weapons, it's now per weapon. And then this means that the higher damage slow rate of fire weapon will have a slightly longer delay before firing again to give a bit more reaction to a victim. I'm assuming this is supposed to be before meleeing, right? Because we're talking about meleeing. The slow fire rate, basically slow fire rate weapons are going to have a longer delay with their melee as well as their fire rate. That seems to be what I'm reading. There seems to be some weird wording in here, so that could be wrong. Again, if they've changed the wording on this, check the comment to see if there's a pinned one. Fragment Shore, we've updated Fragment Shore to prevent some free room skips. No, I loved Fragment Shore free room skips. I mean, it was too strong, and they are right in that, yeah, concentration of combat's right here at the skip locations. So that's probably good. The green room and the floor of the... You mean the window room? Yeah. Everyone was in the window green room. Well, Vault Terminal Alarm, basically they are removing the alarm because the addition of elite guards. Yeah, I mean, you can read it where they added it because if someone was inside the same room, the alarm went off, and, you know, no one was in there, but now elite guards are in there, so if the alarm goes off, it doesn't, yeah, you no longer get, there's better mind games. You can now pretend to be an elite guard in the room. So, we'll see. But yeah, they're removing that, and new stuff available for new cosmetics available for credits, and they're not going to tile Starsa balancing, but they are going to mention that Larson, both from a community sentiment perspective and from an analytics perspective, Larson is the top performing agent and feels quite oppressive to play against. You can expect adjustments to him. That's good. A focus in general is to raise the lower performance, Yumi, and adjust top performers, and they're going to do similar to gadgets, specifically Shield Bella getting a nerf to its deployed state. They already talked about that in their dev QA, and I did a video on things they talked about in their dev QA. And some less used gadgets like the Hack Trap and the Drone will be getting fun new wrinkles to make them more competitive. So there we go, that's everything in their Season 2 preview, along with my thoughts on it. Feel free to comment on your thoughts. Maybe I got something wrong, or I've misunderstood what they're saying. And I will see you in the next one.